Hello classmates, hello sir, a pleasant day to each and everyone. Before beginning our discussion, let me first introduce myself. My name is Leah Grace Grindiano Casis and today I'm your presenter. So our topic for today is all about the examples of traditional media literacy. So before we move on to the examples, it's better for us to know first what really the traditional media is. When we say traditional media, it is also known as a old media. It is defined as a vehicle to disseminate the news to a large audience. It is also a term used to refer to channels of communication that were well established before the internet age. So now, these are the examples of traditional media literacy. The first one is what we call the newspaper. Who can read? Yes?
Newspaper, most widely recognized form of print media. Newspapers have been around for centuries and reporting upon daily happening.
Okay, thank you very much for reading. When we say newspaper, I know that all of us are aware of what is it. But then, the first daily newspaper was produced in Britain around 1702. Through newspaper, all people in this entire world are informed of what was daily happening. So the next is what we call the radio. Can you please read?
Radio is an electronic medium that broadcasts news broadcasts, music shows, talk shows, or interviews.
Si radio, isa din siya sa mga medium of traditional media literacy that can transmit information. Radio is a very valuable to all people, especially those people who live in the mountainous area. By the use of radio, they can gain more information and they can also hear talk shows and other advertisement that can help in their daily living. Next is what we call the television.
Television is an audiovisual medium that transmits content such as news program, drama series, sitcoms, etc.
One of the most pivotal example of traditional media literacy is the television. Why? Because through television, people can visualize the news programs, drama series, and other important information or other important informations that can affect and help their living. Next is the direct mail advertising. Can you please read?
Number 4. Direct mail advertising. Prior to mail, infrastructure remains in place.
Okay, thank you very much. So, direct mail advertising is also called as a junk mail, mail shot, or ad mail. In the past decades, some people use the direct mail advertising, especially those marketers, because this is their strategy to engage some prospect and consumers offline by sending the printed mails and etc. So, kadalasan yung direct mail advertising, di ba sa labas ng bahay meron dong mailbox, tsaka yung mga nag-send ng mga offline printed materials, doon lang nila nilalagay sa mailbox na nasa labas ng bahay. So, the next is what we call the brochures. Brochures, can you please read?
Number 5 is brochures. Are mass-produced print materials distributed on streets, billboards, and mailboxes.
Yes, thank you. So, it is also one of the medium to disseminate the information. Brochure is the most used to promote documents printed, especially the primarily used to introduce the company, organization, products, or services. Through brochures, people are informed of interested matters about the company, the services, organization, and etc. Next is what we call magazine. Can you please read?
Magazines tend to be more niche than newspapers, presenting articles on topics such as pop culture, sports, and health.
Thank you for reading. So can you please give some idea according to what you have read?
So magazines are used by those companies, clubs, or organizations which they use to promote their products, services, and also on what they are doing every day. This is a magazine is like a newspaper, but it is more on pictures and colorful ways to promote and to extend their ideas and how to live in a comfortable and easy way.
Okay, very well said. So as an additional, when you see magazine, it is issued regularly, usually every week, every month, that contains articles, stories, photographs, and other advertisement. Through magazine, nakakagain yung mga tao ng mga important information, just like sa mga products and etc. Next is the billboards. So billboards, can you please read?
Billboards refers to large outdoor adverts set in strategic areas alongside roads, which remains in place to this day.
So billboards, it is a large outdoor adverts na mostly makikita natin sa mga daan o di kaya mostly makikita natin sa mga cities. So ang example ng billboards is like printed advertisement of one product which is used to promote the brand of product. Next is the telephone directories. Can you please read?
Telephone directories were used to provide a catalog of business within specific geographical area.
Telephone directories, it is also called as a telephone books or telephone address book. It is a listing of telephone subscriber in a geographical area. So what is the purpose of telephone directories? So one of the purpose of telephone directories is to allow the telephone number of a subscriber to be identified by name and the address to be found. Next is the mail order catalogs.
Mail order catalogs. Before Amazon and eBay revolutionized retail shopping with online purchases and easy delivers, people utilize mail order catalogs. Mail order catalogs, it is a small book which is composed of different products being endorsed by the company. We are very familiar with this one because one example of this is Avon, Natasha, and MSE, which is this booklet composed of different products being endorsed by the different companies.
If you have observed in the past decades, no, yung mga tao gumagamit ng mail order catalogs to order a product. But nowadays, no, mostly dahil nag-evolve na yung internet or nasa internet age na tayo, gumagamit na tayo ng mga apps like TikTok, Shopee, Lazada, and other apps to order a product. So, but then, before, yung mail order catalogs yung kanilang ginagamit. The last one is what we call the public service announcement. So, who can read? Yes, can you please read?
Public service announcements. These messages are aired primarily on broadcast television and radio, along with occasional banners placed outside of brand stores and government offices.
Thank you. So, when we say public service announcement, as an additional idea, the messages from it can promote or can help to promote the programs, activities, or services of non-profit organization or government agencies. Or otherwise, it's impart the information generally regarded as serving the public interest. So those are the 10 examples of traditional media literacy that are evolved before the internet age. That's all. Thank you for your listening. May God grant you a good health and safety. Bye!